Capricorn, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10-card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences. And I have to say, I'm so proud of you, Capricorn. You're moving and chugging right along. New ideas, imagination starting to take place. You're kind of finding your footing with the next kind of steps for you want for your family, your relationships, your work, your health, your community. You're getting a refresh and even a spring in your step and a kind of little flame in your heart. And there's only one bummer to the party here. Okay, I can see you're a little tired and a little bit of indecision that is so not necessary. You're just kind of blocking your own creativity. And it's like almost like a little sabotaging of your own efforts right now because I think you're just tired. But the whole universe and God is saying, let's move forward, Capricorn. And I know you're saying this as well. And you want to. It's kind of like you want this new you to emerge that you've been developing and working, like kind of cooking on for a while. And it's been baked and ready to be served to everybody. And it's really going to be lovely. So trust it, all right? Let's get into why I'm saying it. It's just such a great reading, all right? So the first card placement, I've got the Two of Wands, the imagination, inspiration, ready to take off in the creative. And I've just come out of a dark time with God and the universe on developing who I am, how my integrity is, my ethics, my ability to be a good person to myself, to my family, to my loved ones. And also, too, I'm going to hop around a little bit here, too, because of that, the first card, significator, out of that kind of energy of doing new stuff. It's part of a reward that you're getting from the past reflection. And the fifth card placement is the Hierophant, the priest. I take the universal message of God and I make it a material reality. I'm trying to work out religion and how it fits into me and how I want to kind of practice my connection with God and the universe. That all gets unfolded in the Hierophants. And I know a lot of people in the Capricorn realm have been helping a lot of other people get through some really, really tough times. And there's a reward for that, Capricorn, and it's starting to materialize this week. That's why that Two of Wands is in that first card placement, the general gist of the overall reading. And why in the seventh card placement, our identity of self is the Judgment card, another major arcana card sitting next to its brother, the Hierophant. And the Judgment card in tarot means karma. It means good karma, okay? And the good karma is right upon you right now. It's like a bright light that's shining on you, asking you what you want to do next. So that's kind of new foray into new directions of imagination are sincerely not only desired, but welcomed by you right now. You've been planning kind of these next moves for a really long time, and they're kind of like getting the go ahead, okay? So trust it. So don't hesitate. In the blocking card here, there's only two bummer cards here, or actually three, I'll say. The second card placement is that crossing card, what's not allowing the Two of Wands to fully manifest. And the Nine of Wands is the ending of the minor arcana journey in the area of the material. And you're a material guy, okay? Both of you are, Pentacles are the domain of earth signs and you are one. And it's, again, home, family, relationship, work, career, our bodies, our health, everything gets wrapped up into the journey of the Pentacles, right? But we're coming to an end of it. And by the time we reach any ending of the minor arcana, we're kind of tired a little bit too. So don't let that hesitation bring a damper to your creativity. And especially if you know that the time is now to start making some of those moves, it's only going to pile up on you right now, okay? And you might be pulling the push and pull of it all because Saturn, your ruler, is in Aries right now. So you feel like maybe sometimes you feel like you need to go off as a firecracker, but the Saturn responsibilities and sometimes even negative thinking or that tired thinking could have us saying no or hesitant. But the reading says no, this is the time to really explore those, not even explore, let's move on those next moves, okay? And I know you can handle this. They're in your really trusty hands if you could just kind of get out the Two of Swords and that God placement of how to navigate the week, okay? That third placement. And the Two of Swords is indecision. It's indecision from you. And that's a real shame for Capricorn because you guys are really usually steady in a lot of different areas. So when you get indecisive, it's not only scary to you, but to maybe other people around you. And you might be feeling a little rigid right now in that indecision, okay? And I don't want that because it's all about you deciding for what is good for you and trusting yourself that you can make those implementations. Okay, so that's part of it. So you could execute anything that is in that big brain and heart of yours. All right, so that's the Two of Swords. And you know what would be a real bummer too, because I've got karma knocking on the door of your heart saying, let me in, Capricorn, and you're like shutting it. Okay, because they just might be tired and a little insecure and fear ridden, especially if you've been the healer in any kind of capacity. That's a big responsibility and a big deal in the tarot as well. But you're part of your reward, Capricorn, is believing in you. So that's God's kind of God's hint here. Don't get wrapped up in the indecision. And let's get to the base of the matter. And the fourth, the gut, it gets a validation here. The Ace of Swords is you coming forth with the youthful energy to execute your ideas, your identity, how you want to live your life, how your integrities, your character, your ethics, your morals, right? And how the standards are set for you now out of the experiences of people in situations that really tested it, made you decide some things stayed, some things didn't. And also too, out of the healer, if you were a healer for anybody in any capacity of emotional spirit support or even financial support, again, that brings good karma. But also too, it's a strong rod of secureness in your confidence, in your self-esteem, and your self-love. I need you to really believe in you, because the only little kind of twinge, it's like you're having a little self-doubt that's just based on being tired. And I just really can't have that right now, because it's a prime moment for you to start to reap the rich rewards of where you're going, okay? So we've got into the past reflection of that Hierophant, beautiful guy, great energy. Kudos to you. And in the part of the reward here too, I'll say this, in the present is the Page of Pentacles. Again, you rule the domain of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles to me is, again, youthful energy to like explore new horizons, new landscapes. He's like Johnny Appleseed to me. I'm going to plant a whole bunch of seeds and see what sticks. I'm going to go out there and just spread the good news, all right? And that's you when you're feeling at yourself at your finest. Or when you were a little young, little Capricorn, I guaranteed nobody could tell you no. Off you went. You just knew you could do it some deep down inside, and you didn't care whether you failed or succeeded. You just thought you could go somewhere, and that's where you were going. And that's the energy of the Page of Pentacles, and it's available to you right now, Capricorn. So I know it's stirring in you, so I don't even have to kind of validate it. I know it's there. You just need to open the door and let this guy come out and plant his seeds. And more importantly, let's come out and play and have some fun. Because we've got good karma. Like I said, in the identity of self and the self-placement, you know it too. So I don't really have to reaffirm that. I know you know that the good karma, you're the ruler in the area of karma. So trust it. You did a good thing, okay? And you've been doing a good thing for a really long time, Capricorn, even under really tough circumstances and situations. So again, congratulations. But what's bummer here too, because you're, like I was saying, you're shutting down a little bit how other people look at you. Okay, the Queen of Swords, she's great for analytical thinking, strategy, business, contracts, or where we need an emotional distance. But because so much of this stuff is new energy and even love and creativity, materializing in the material world, the Queen sometimes is bitchy. I hate to use that language, but she's a real tough ass. Like, she is the ideal of perfection, and nobody can achieve it, not even you. Okay, so mindset, like if you're being like that, if you're catching yourself out of that tiredness or the non-belief and the non-decision making that you're kind of wrapped yourself into at this moment, that's just really got to go by the wayside, because nobody likes that kind of person, especially yourself. All right. So let's just take a sheer reflection of that, honest reflection, really, on the Queen. If she's good for businesses, contracts, if you're applying it, or if you need validation that you need to break that stranglehold and trust your creative energy where it's merging with that business content, that's all great. Okay. That's favorable. But if you're being snappy McGappy or having people have the ideal of perfection, including family members, don't do it. All right. Because that's kind of the universal slap in the head saying, no, snap out of it. And here we get validation of that as well. God wants you to have fun. In the ninth card placement is the Eight of Wands. The ninth card placement is hopes and fears, so it's funky McGunky here, right? The Eight is a rejuvenation, restart, refresh in the area of the creative. And you're half fish, so you want to go sail with, go play with the dolphins, right? You want to get in those waters. Maybe get yourself down to water land if you have to just get into kind of connecting and believing in yourself. Again, you're an earth sign, so the earth is your favor, right? She's your friend. And the eighth says, let's go for the refresh. Again, let's not be tired. Let's not be afraid of it, especially because it's part of the karmic gift for you. And that karmic gift, I guarantee that restart is leading you to loving yourself again. And that's the outcome card. The Ace of Cups is an upsurge of energy, and that youthful, again, kickstart to the heart, right? That's the domain of the cups. She's coming out of the waterland. Remember, well, I keep calling it land, but it's water, but it's part land too, right? All right, it's all part of it, the same thing. Anyway, the Ace of Cups is partly you. Because you're half fish, remember, you're half ram, but you're also half Pisces. So you feel comfortable in this domain of the spirit. And that's kind of been the lesson. God's been tickling you in a lot of ways. How do you want to connect with God? How do you want to function in the everyday world? Who do you want to be of service to? Who do you want to love and care for? Even including yourself has been part of that. And where do you want to put your priorities, right? That's been really good, hard lessons. But now God's giving you the good favor. And the first clue is self-love for you. All right. So go spread that joy. Go break the queen if that's how other people are looking at you and not in an exalted state. And let them look at you as a heart. Because when a Capricorn is like that, you guys are brilliant. You're bright and you're funny, and you just got a unique sense of humor and happiness and insight that everyone really enjoys when it's in a happy state. All right. So do that for yourself as the first favor. Get into that mindset. Fake it till you make it. Even if you have to, Capricorn, you excel as that well because you can manifest anything, including a good mood. All right, and that's what's necessary to bring the gifts. That's all you got to do. Just get happy. So, and believe in yourself. And the bonus card validates as well as Queen of Pentacles. She's the complete opposite of feeling the tightness of the pocketbook or the mind and the heart that we can get into when we get into those indecisive states, especially as an earth sign. The queen is the manifestation and exalted state of the earth signs. That's the domain of the pentacles. She's rich in every area, right? In spirit and love, and she gives of abundance. She's grateful. She's compassionate. She's unconditional in the areas of the material. She understands stuff. And, she can manifest anything. That's the exalted state of Capricorn. So this week, all I need you to say, or all you need you to do and say to your head, really in your heart, you're worth it. You got it. You're going someplace and you know it. All right. So I know you got props that need to be built already. No need to kind of reevaluate or acknowledge those things. You know this. You've got strong steading. You've got the firm foundation. Let's go soar, Capricorn, because this is the week to really believe in you. That's where the miracles and the magic happens. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Have a good week. And if you're so inclined to like or subscribe, it's been so great. Everyone's such a good supporter. All I can do is say thank you, thank you, thank you.